everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I will be playing Mono Black on this channel, and before we go into the deck, if you haven't clicked that big red subscribe button under the video, please go do that because it does help out this channel quite a bit. Also hit that bell icon so you get notified when new videos go online. I post a new Magic the Gathering video every single day, ranging from super competitive deck, covering competitive deck on MTG top 8, as well as my personal brews and a lot of janky decks as well. So enough about that, let's jump into the deck. So today I wanted to play a Mono Black Devotion deck, but as you can see, this is not Mono Black Devotion. What we have instead here is a Mono Black Midrange deck. I saw this in action in the queue a few times and I've been thinking about building a deck just like it, and this is what I came up with at the moment. We are playing a Knight of the Ebon Legion because this is a very solid one-drop, and we are main decking some Duresses. Right now there are so many decks in the metagame other than Mono Green that usually have some sort of non-creature card in their hand on turn 1, be it an Embercleave, or a Wilderness Reclamation, or I don't know, a Growth Spiral, you name it, and Duress is extremely powerful in the metagame right now, so I'm running 3 copies of it. I would run 4 copies of it, but unfortunately there is quite a bit of mono green stumpy decks going around that play nothing but creatures, and doing it turn 1 Duress into a full creature hand never feels good, even though it does give you some information what they are running there. Because there are so many so many tokens right now, be it tokens from Annex, like when creatures die that tokens spawn onto the field, or from Shark Typhoon putting a bunch of blue sharks onto the field as well. Legion's End is very useful to get rid of all of them at once. On top of that, since this hits anything that is converted mana cost 2 or less, if they put something like a priest on the field, you cast this thing and you get rid of every single priest in the hand. And as you will see in the footage later, I was able to use this to even get rid of like multiple Dreadhorde Butchers, one on the field and another one in the hand and stuff like that. Sometimes you get lucky and you have more value of this than necessary, even though it's already good as a single card removal spell. And again, it gives you information of what the opponent has in their hand, which may help you to play more strategically. I played Heartless Act in this deck. I'm not super crazy about this particular card because what I'm noticing lately is that a lot of people are playing creatures that have counters on them, whether it's Yorvo or a Stone Cold Serpent or something like that. A lot of things have counters and then this becomes kind of useless. I was originally running 4 copies of this to go up against Mono Red, but yeah, I might actually trim this down to like 1 or 2 copies and add in some... What's the other card called again? What's it called again? Let's see. It's a black card for 1 mana, a instant. One that gives a creature minus... yeah, Disfigure. I might run some Disfigures in the deck instead because this kind of functions in the same way that it can get rid of a creature and like a low mana creature, and at the same time you could use this in alongside a Carnarium to get rid of a big threat as well. So maybe this figure is the better option here, but I didn't play in today's version. I will likely update the deck soon. Rotting Regisaur because it's just a big body that is very hard for a lot of opponents to get rid of. It also forces Azorius players to use their Shatter the Sky and you get a draw of the Regisaur back. Having to discard each turn is a bit inconvenient, but yeah, it is what it is. Elspeth's Nightmare, it gets rid of a creature and you can again get rid of something in the hand. These two I don't need to explain what they do, they are generic board wipes. And then we have our big 4 drops to close out the game once we have everything under control. The deck is a very nice deck. It's inspired by a lot of the Pioneer mono black decks that I personally played. In those decks I run 4 copies of Mutavault. I don't have Mutavault in standard right now, so I go with the next best thing, a Mobilized District. Mobilized District isn't too great. 4 mana to activate is quite on the expensive side, but since we have quite a low creature count in the deck already, it can help to generate some value on the field. We do have a best of 3 sideboard, so if you want, this deck is ready for best of 3. I'm not sure if Tymaret is a good option here, however, Tymaret is quite good to snipe a Euro or something in the graveyard, or anything that Rakdos puts into the graveyard that they want to revive. With Duress, you can get rid of it. With the Tymaret, you can even snipe a cat. When they activate the cat, you activate your Tymaret, get rid of the cat, exile it. So Tymaret can be a nice option as well. And Ritual of Soot, it's like a lot of the removal here is kind of here to be able to go up against mono green, because Crafted Carnarium is not great against mono green. Elspeth's Nightmare also not great because it only targets stuff that is power 2 or less, and they generally don't have non-creature cards in the hand for the second effect. So these two can easily be swapped out for other removal in the sideboard right there. Anyways, that's enough for me. Let's jump into the footage. If you still want me to build a Mono Black Devotion deck, I think Mono Black Devotion can also be good, but at the moment I think this kind of Mono Black shell is probably better. I might even want to get 4 gutter bone, what's it called? Let's see, get rid of this. Gutter bones, yeah. I might want 4 copies of this in the deck somehow, but I'm not sure what to cut. So if you have any ideas what I should cut here to put the Skeleton Warrior in the deck, just let me know down below as well. So let's jump into the footage, and I hope you have fun, because even though I lost quite a few games in the beginning because of random disconnects and mana issues, I was able to have a lot of fun after that. So yeah, let's get into the footage. Have a look if we can make some plays. We dropped quite a bit. We lost 7 games in a row because of mana screw. But we finally have a playable hand with 3 lands. Sometimes I wonder what's up with the Shuffler. I mean, in best of 1 it should actually have a much higher chance giving you a proper hand already, but sometimes things just perform very weirdly in my opinion. Maybe I should have waited and... okay, they use oops there, but let's oops them back. Nice, another priest. Oh well, I'm going to make them sacrifice that one. Ah, they got another thing. Then maybe I cannot force them to sacrifice it. And let's see, what should I get rid of? I guess claim the firstborn, and thus give them the most value here, right? So let's do that. And they could use this next turn and get 2 things back, but right now they only have a 1-drop. So if I don't attack in here, then that thing is not getting as much value, right? So oh, actually, I'm stupid. I can do this. So attack in with the Rankle and force them to discard that thing. So each player discards a card and each player sacrifices a creature, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Then next time we can make them sacrifice the priest as well. Do we let them draw? No, because we have plenty of stuff in hand right now. Let's get rid of the second Rankle. And I will sacrifice the Knight. They will sacrifice the Footlight Fiend. Enjoy your oops time, sir. And a Bastion of Remembrance is not that scary. And there goes the graveyard. Good luck, sir. And let's get rid of the priest now. So, goodbye, priest. Let's put the knight on the field. And attack in. And I'm not gonna do anything, I guess. Yeah, nothing. So, let's keep them top decking for the time being. We are in a favorable position right now, after all, so... And let's go in with both. If they block, I play the Regisaur. If they don't block, I will likely buff the Knight here. Okay, they block, so it's Regisaur time, and I'm not gonna give them a card again. And they decide to draw. No, let's not do it. I'm not gonna give them the discard. I want this thing on the field now. I think we're in a good spot now, let's see. Which is often pretty much game over for them, right? They could draw something, but I don't think they have a way of surviving here. Let's we can... The opponent is still on the oops plan, and they forfeit. Alright, finally a normal game of Magic. Let's see if we can keep these wins going, and then climb back to the top. So let's see if we can make the deck work this time. Legion's End into a Cry of the Carnarium. Good enough for me. Hopefully they are a creature-based deck. And they are. Let's do this now, because there's a high chance they have more Scorch Spitters in their hand anyways. So let's see what's going on there. Embercleave, Shock, and a Robber of the Rich. I use this now. Let's Regisaur first. Hopefully they commit to the board a bit more. They do not commit to the board. I think in this situation I'm best off dropping this for the time being and keeping this to discard with. That's Legion's End. Okay, a Torbran. Alright, so... Next turn Torbran is coming down, right, so... Yeah, let's get rid of the land. Extinction Event. Now I wish I kept the land, but... do we die of a Torbran? This is a 3, 5, 10 damage, right? So we are not that of a Torbran, and this puts them in a awkward spot. If they Embercleave next turn, they are kind of screwed. So they can Embercleave, but if they attack in, they lose the game. And they realize that. Come on, let's drop the Cry. A land off the top, perfect. So let's get rid of the Torbran. Double Shock on the Regisaur, and they don't have it. Alright, perfect. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, this is a little recording in between. Just now I just keep getting disconnected. There is something wrong with the Magic the Gathering server. So I will be swapping to unranked for the time being until those issues have been resolved. So if the video does get cut up at several points in between, it's just the way it is right now. I'm hoping that I don't get as many disconnects this time. Let's see, we have a decent curve. Let's keep this. Maybe we are up against some cycling deck. Okay, it's not a cycling deck. What could this be? Knights, maybe? Let's see if we can snipe a Embercleave. An oven. Haha, goodbye oven. Got the bounce into a cat. They're gonna get Cry of the Carnarium next turn, and do I use this now? Probably not, right? So this really ruins his curve quite a bit. I wish I could Legion's End onto the Roxa. Maybe I should even keep this in case he hardcasts it from the graveyard. Or he, maybe it's a she, I don't know. STW. No idea. Let's drop this. Yes, and they scry. And we got an Extinction Event as well. Should I go with the Regisaur first and do the Cry of the Carnarium next turn? Maybe I do. That way we do put a bit of a clock on them. And with some... no, they cannot play it because I need to put it in the hand first. Maybe they will put the Duress into their hand. Another target. And another target. Oh, they're not gonna be happy. Let's drop the Legion's End, and I wish there were a sorry button because... oh, that was just cruel, wasn't it? Well, sorry opponent. Let's move on to the next one. Right, we're up against Akiana 92. What? Akiana, yeah, that's how to pronounce it, I suppose. And they have a nice little owl over there. Let's see, we are missing a second black source, but I think we will draw into one. We have about a... how much? I think... off the top of my head, I think it's like a 48% chance to draw into a black land soon, right? So let's keep this, and I will turn 1 Duress them. Not quite as good as a turn 1 Thoughtseize, but it'll do. Oh yeah, we are in for a good game, it seems. Oh, what's all this now then? Let's get rid of that cavalcade. Yes, flood the board. Go ahead, keep flooding the board. Three Rotting Regisaurs, but no second swamp. That's Magic the Gathering. Alright then. Come on, swamp off the top. And now we're going to see a forfeit. No forfeit, he doesn't give up. Dibbled, okay.
You don't look scared. My assistants are painfully slow.
Should we get rid of the Dibble first? Maybe we do. So let's get rid of the Tybalt, and maybe I can even lure out the Fire on the Rankle. And then after that is Jurassic Park time. Maybe not yet. Let's see. I think I still want to go with the Regisaur play, so Regisaur number 1. May not be the most optimal play here, but it's definitely the most fun one, isn't it? Give them some card draw. Okay, then they are going full power now. Nah, let's not give them anything. Reminiscent. And I suppose I'll drop the Spawn of Mayhem here. Into another Spawn of Mayhem. Maybe I will drop this first. And let's attack in with both of these and see if he blocks. He does block. Another hard fire. Okay, buddy. Doesn't have anything in hand. I don't want to use this, it's too risky, right? So let's not do any of that. I can't really play this because this makes me die to a shock, so let's go with another Rotting Regisaur. This one and this one. And we got another Rotting Regisaur. I died to a hard fire off the top now, but let's see. Each player discards a card. Yes, please. There goes Mr. Torbran. Waiting for the opponent. Andra, okay. And they forfeit. Alright then, let's move on to the next one. And we're up against Flay Crow. Let's have a look what Flay Crow is playing. We are playing a kind of mid-rangey mono black deck, and my hand is not great, but if they run a creature strategy, then if we do draw into a black land, then we are in a very good position here. Green is always good to see if you are up against if you're hoping for a creature-based deck. Let's see, are they playing Winota? Was it Gruul? And that's not that's not great. That's quite ballsy. Do I Cry of the Carnarium now? Okay, this is the plan. Next turn, when they play the Yorvo, I will remove 3 counters and then I will Cry of the Carnarium onto everything. So, yeah, remove 3 counters from the Yorvo. 1, 2, 3. Commit. Confirm, I mean. And stops the Pelt Collector as well. And now we Cry. Vivian, not the greatest thing to see here, but this thing is even casted, so I will put this onto the field now. And then next turn I will use an Extinction Event on even casted creatures to get rid of that Gem Razor over there. There's the Gem Razor. The Gem Razor gets some counters now, and yes. Let's discard the Heartless Act for the time being and to go with display. Select even, goodbye Gem Razor, and now we get to destroy the Vivian as well. Now we are out stomping Stumpy. Another Gem Razor. I think I prefer the second Rotting Regisaur. Yeah, let's check what's in the hand. Hopefully a Planeswalker. There we go, we got rid of the Planeswalker and we can Rotting Regisaur. And in we go with the Regisaur right there. At least I feel like today I tried to take my time to think my plays through. I noticed that in a lot of videos the past days I was kind of winging it, not giving it too much thought, so I believe my plays are better now. Alright then, so it's time for the Mobilized District to do its thing. Let's go in with everything, present lethal to them, that way they need to block at least one Regisaur. Let's do it like this. If they do double block, let's get rid of the Gem Razor instead then. And now we are presenting lethal next turn as well. I wonder if it would have been better for them to block the Mobilized District. This is not perfect. Not great. Let's pass the turn and let's see. They cannot attack in here, which is the good part. If they attack it with the Stonecoil Serpent, I will not block it. We lose to Duress. Maybe I should have just... I was no point casting it, right? So let's play the Vampire. A Knight of the Ebon Legion. Ram through. Alright, buddy. Okay, fine. Goodbye, Regisaur, and yeah, well, let's see, 3, 6. This could become a 6-8, which is enough to survive both of these, but I need to wait a turn because I don't have enough land to buffer twice. If he attacks it now, I will not block. And he does not. Okay, get a draw then. Rankle would be nice. And we got both. Okay, so this one onto the Stonecoil Serpent. Goodbye, Serpent Boy. Play the Rankle and go in for the win. That was a fun game. I think I'm gonna call it there. So what do you think about this particular mono blacklist? I think it can be quite versatile against the current metagame. Of course, the generic mono black devotion, it still seems like a more fun black deck, but I don't know, I feel at least this deck has a winning chance against decks that run Euro, against decks that spam a lot of tokens onto the field with the Shock Typhoon, so I'm quite satisfied with this particular deck. Let me know what you think down below. If you want to see this deck in action more, just let me know down below as well, then I will play this again on the channel. I saw that a lot of people enjoyed the double listing of Regular Sacrifice, so if you want more Regular Sacrifice footage, also let me know. Basically, whatever you want on my channel, let me know down below. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, click that red button and hit that bell icon because it does help out a lot to keep you up to date when I post a new video. I post a Magic the Gathering video every single day and I plan to grow this community as big as I can. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, there's a link in the description that will lead to our Discord chat as well, so feel free to hop over there and chat with us in the chat there. There's usually some people active, so should be fun as well. That's all for me for today. See you all tomorrow, hopefully with less disconnecting issues and more ranking instead. But yeah, was a bit unfortunate, all the disconnects and also the mana issues in the beginning that made me lose quite some games. But I think this deck is nice. See you all tomorrow and stay safe out there.